Yes, sir, it's your boy Montunes, and we are back right here on YouTube.com. Wherever you are in the world, how you doing? And as I told you last time, I have an interview today with one guy who's doing exceptionally well in the music industry in Zimbabwe. His name is TARIE G Fingers. Some of you know him, you've seen him. He's worked with a lot of artists over the years. And today I got him on the show right here on Vantage Point. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are well. How are you doing? It's your boy Montunes. Right here on Vantage Point Amplified, where we look at life from a better perception. So today, before I go anywhere, I want to hear what you think about the show and the things that you think we should be doing in the near future, because sometimes we might do some certain things and not know exactly what you guys prefer. So I need you to just drop a comment in the comment section and tell me exactly what you would like us to talk about in the near future, so that we get to give you exactly what you need. We give you what you need every week. Last time I had some exciting episodes. I talked about the Life Boy and the Geisha Soap. I also talked about the Chicken Inn. They are really doing extremely well. That's a big brand. If you are in Zimbabwe, you know they've been doing well for the past years, and I like their branding. Currently, they are really changing a lot of things, and it's really nice. The pricing for their products is really exceptionally well. I can't complain on that. But today, let's talk about the music. As I promised you earlier on, we are going to be bringing a lot of videos in the near future every week, trying to make sure that you see my face. In the past years, you've been hearing my voice. You've been seeing a lot of pictures, not videos. So this time around, we just want to try and make sure that we become more interactive. You see my face, you see my facial expressions and all, so that we get to talk to each other. +263 776 22 1101, +263 776 22 1101. Drop your comment right there. Talk to me. Tell me what you think. How you been doing wherever you are in the world. South Africa, Tanzania, Malawi, Mozambique, UK, US, One Tree Hill, Sydney, Australia, wherever you are in the world. That's the beauty of technology. You can just tell me how you're doing, man. How is the weather wherever you are in the world? So today, TARIE G Fingers is right here on Vantage Point with your bum tunes right here. So please do talk to me. TARIE, how are you doing? And please do tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started.
My name is Ishmael Tariro Mufari /G Fingers. I'm a music producer. I'm a sound engineer. I'm a music score producer. I'm a music director. Live and studio sound engineering. I'm also an instrumentalist. I play multiple instruments, and I'm a father of 2, and I'm married. I currently live in Norton in Zimbabwe. I'm also married. I think I said that, so emphasis on that. I'm married, and I'm 37 years old. I think I'm 27, but 37, that's what they tell me, but I feel like I'm 27. So yeah, that's TARIE G Fingers in a nutshell. I'm very talkative and very quiet at the same time, depending on what I'm doing. I'm very free-spirited. I'm very confident. I know what I'm doing. I'm very confident. I enjoy laughing. I enjoy movies. You said background. Yeah, I told you I grew up in Chinoy, so I went to Lomagundi Primary, went to Chinoy High. I've also studied live sound engineering, studio sound engineering on a personal level. I started music production a long time ago, but I think I'll tell you about that as we go on with the interview.
So where did you get the inspiration to do all the great things that you've been doing over the years, man? We've been listening to some of the music that you've produced, some of the artists that you've worked with. Where did you get the inspiration to become a music producer? How did it all start for you?
Inspiration. How did it start? Inspiration came from my family. Let's say that's where it started. Let's start with the starting. It started with my family, because I started being musical at a very young age. I think I was about 5 or so, 5 years ago, when my mom started recording me on the tape decks. She had cassettes, so she would record me singing. I had a toy guitar, so I used to sing Paul Mataire's song, That one that goes nkadzi asati awana anga asina chakazoya pashure nkadzi anyingirwa nenyoka. So that's where it started. I started feeling the musical vibe at an early age. I started playing piano when I was about 7. By 9 I was already playing piano in the church. By 13 or 14, I think I was already creating melodies on my keyboard. So it started at an early age. I remember diversifying into the acoustic guitar at age 15 and the bass guitar at age 16. So music for me started at an early age. Inspiration though, as to what I do, the inspiration comes from a very deep place. I cannot explain it exactly to say where does it come from, but what I know is it's more like that thing that you know that you have to do and you don't have any other option, but you need to do something. It's like a calling. It's like something that you are meant to do. That's the inspiration. I've just had this appreciation for good music. I've had an appreciation for music in general and the creative process of music. I've always been a fan of various types of music. I'm inspired by different types of music. I remember when I was 9 years old, my dad actually had to buy me a portable radio because I would not go to sleep. I would just have to wait for that classical music session that started at 9 p.m. every evening. So he had to get me a portable radio so that I could listen to that session while in my bedroom. So inspiration comes from everywhere. I'm inspired by other people who do what they do. I'm inspired by how people do what they do, how people create what they create. So generally the creative process, I'm inspired by a lot of things, sounds from different places, different parts of the world. If you listen to the music that I produce, you'll see that it's world music in the sense that I use elements from all over the world, and I'm not limited as to specific instruments. I like to expand on what I can use and how to express my music best using all those kinds of sounds. So inspiration comes from so many places. I could hear a car hooting and I could be inspired. I could see a person smile and I could be inspired. So inspiration comes from everywhere around me.
So as a music producer, I realized that there are a lot of things that you could be. You could be an instrumental producer. You could be a guitar player like yourself. You are a guitar player. I'm sure you play a lot of other instrumentals as well. What exactly do you specifically specialize in? Do you specialize in the instrumental part of the music creation, or you specialize in the audio engineering part? What exactly do you specialize in? Where's your strength?
I specialize in music. I specialize in sound, in music, in making music, in doing music. I don't want to say. I know, they're definite terminologies in use in terms of specializing. Like, somebody would say maybe, I'm good at programming, I'm good at playing, I'm good at, directing, I'm good at this. I know that I've chosen to specialize in sound engineering and the actual aspect of mixing and mastering and capturing audio. But that's not really what I specialize. I feel like I've got a bit of knowledge in that, but I specialize in music. I specialize in getting the aspects of the music right. That's what I feel. I like the idea of getting a song to sound right. I like the idea of expanding a song. I like the idea of increasing the spectrum of a song. bringing more life to a song, to music, playing around with the elements, whether it be any kind of genre of music, but it's more of bringing out the greatness that can be felt or heard in the song. So I would like to say I specialize in music, but of course from a professional point of view I can't say that. So to those who are in the music industry, they would probably understand if I say I specialize in sound engineering and mixing and mastering, which is just the art of balancing elements of the music to make it sound good and preparing it for radio in terms of levels, effects, and the general life of the music.
So how long have you been doing the great work that you've been doing over the years? I know you've been in the music industry for quite some time now. So how long has it been for you?
I've been producing for the past 20 years. I started producing in the year 2001 at That Squad Studio with Take 5 and TBA. That's when I started doing my production for a group called Bomb Squad and a guy called Shingisho Niwa. Where I also produced a song by Taorai Mandevu, which was called Nyeredzi. So yeah, I started producing some 20 years back. It's been an interesting journey, full of ups and downs, very low downs. But besides that, it's been interesting. I'm grateful for the 20 years. I know I don't look that old, but yeah, I've been in the game. Yeah, so it's 20 years.
What can we expect from you in the near future in your music career and business-wise as well? What exactly can we expect from you as a brand in the near future?
Expect from me. There's a lot that's in the pipeline. Some of the artists that I'm working with, I really can't begin to divulge their secrets and begin to to bring their things out in the open. But there's a lot that's in the background that I'm working on. You can expect sound engineering seminars. Yes, that I can begin to talk about. I'm going to be doing some sound engineering seminars, online seminars, some production programs, and some mixing engineering tips and hints and workshops of that nature. So you can expect that from me. You can expect a lot more music. Definitely there's a lot more music in store. You also can expect there's one thing that I want to speak about, but yeah, you can expect my studio. Yes, I'm going to be showcasing my studio. I'm going to open it up to the public soon. So that's something that I'm very excited about. It's Fingers Entertainment is the label. So expect the launching of that soon. But yeah, so you can expect all that from me. Thank you.
You were part of the great project that Jah Praiser did recently, the Gwara Album. How was it working with Jah Praiser? He's a big brand in Zimbabwe. He's been doing extremely well over the years, and you were part of the whole project. How was it working with Jah Praiser? What was the experience like for you?
I was part of a great project indeed. Yeah. Hats off to all the producers that worked on Jah Praiser's new album Gwara. That's Clean Shizzle, Rodney Clean Shizzle. There's Victor Stott, Young DLC, Liza. People who did a really remarkable job, and hats off to the man himself, Jah, for being so creative and expanding in his music in a very amazing way. for me, it was a very great experience in the sense that, it gave me a chance to really explain myself musically, or expose myself musically. I really enjoyed, being able to use our Zimbabwean elements in the music, and also bring that feel, that classical mixed with mbira, mixed with our traditional guitar sound, to Jah Praise's music. It began in 2020, which is last year. Yeah. So what happened was, we met with Jah Praise sometime. We've always bumped into each other on performance stages and so forth. So we bumped into each other sometime. I think it was 2017 or 16. I'm not too sure. But we talked about working together sometime, and then because of both our hectic schedules, that totally just went out the window. But we managed to begin communications in 2020, beginning of 2020. And we started, just working on some stuff. And that's when the song Nyeredzi was birthed. That was actually the first song that we did. And from there we went on to, Vumbamirai, Chimwe ne Chimwe. And then we recorded Maka at Pakarepae Studios here in Norton. So that's how it began, and it's been a pretty interesting journey thus far. I'm surely looking forward to more work and more creations with Jah, and he's a really awesome guy, and we've really had fun working on that album. And as I said, we're looking forward to doing more and even expanding the music more and trying to, take it to greater heights and greater levels. Yeah.
That's awesome. So over the years, how many artists, if you, I don't know if you can actually tell us the number. I know there's quite a number of them that you could actually give us, but how many artists from the top of your head, from the top of your head, how many artists have you worked with over the years? The ones that you can actually just pinpoint that are well known out there, how many are they? And can you just give us a number of names? Yeah.
Jesu wangu ni basiri. Gumine Fararia. Akawandisa. Too many. I can't believe I can't say I can put a number to it. As a music producer, I don't think you can get to a place where you can number the number of artists you've worked with unless you're actually writing it down somewhere, because your memory will tend to lose some of this information because you're working with artists every day. So I'm working with artists on a daily basis. I've worked with some of the artists that I worked with is the late Dr. Oliver Mtukuzi, who was also a mentor of mine, a musical mentor of mine, a guitar mentor of mine. Dr. Oliver is actually the first person who bought me a ticket when we went to do a gig of his in South Africa, in Sun City. So he was definitely a great part of my musical journey. I worked with the late Yuma Sekela, who was also Dr. Mtukuzi's best friend. I've worked with the likes of Sam Mataure. I've worked with the likes of Minister Michael Mahendere, who's also a very great musician and great work ethic, great inspiration, and a great mentor of mine. Worked with Pastor G, I've worked with Jah Praise, I've worked with Placidus Wenyika, I've worked with Mbeu, Munya Taruse, I've worked with across the border, I've worked with the likes of Lufuno Dagade in South Africa, Chigo Grace in Malawi, Glossins Manoto in Malawi, Sharon Rose Maneri in the UK, just to name a few. So these are some of the artists that I've worked with. The late Sam Tukudi was also a close personal friend of mine. So yeah, I could say these are some of the artists that I've worked with, just to mention a few.
If you are to go back in time, what would you tell the younger you?
Work. I'd tell him to work. The advice that I would give him is to work. Play less, work more. Because when you are older, it's about what you've managed to do that means everything in this industry, what legacy you leave behind. Practice more. Spend more time with your guitar. Fun is overrated. Have fun, but it's overrated. Spend more time taking care of yourself. Paying attention to the little things. Pay attention to detail. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your ears. If you're going to be a mixing engineer, pay attention to your ears. Keep your ears, keep your eyes, keep your back. You'll be sitting for long hours. Exercise. Be fit, be strong. Continue to practice. Practice makes perfect. Practice. More practice and more practice and more practice. I can't reiterate that any much more, but that's the most important thing. Focus on what you want to do. School is not the ultimate win, but being able to achieve your goals is the most important thing. And Bill Gates did it, though he's a school dropout. Steve Jobs did it, though he's a school dropout. Focus on your dreams. Focus on your dreams. That's my message to my younger me if I could do it all over again.
So in closing, where can we follow you on social media? Where can we find you?
Okay, all my handles are TARIE G Fingers. TARIE G Fingers. Instagram at TARIE G Fingers. Facebook at TARIE G Fingers. My page, my account is TARIE G Fingers Mufari. So those are my handles. YouTube, I think it's TARIE G Fingers as well. I think so. I hope so. I'm not on Twitter. There's violence on Twitter. But yeah, so you can get me elsewhere.
+263 776 2211 01 +263 776 2211. This is Vantage Point right here, where we look at life from a better perception. We do this every week, and today I got TARIE G Fingers right here on Vantage Point, which is what I'm going to. So please do drop your comment and click on the subscription button, and also click on the notification bell for notifications of a new upload every week, because every week we will be bringing you new content that will just excite you.